Hey guys, and welcome to another Boxer Gaming tutorial. Now in this video I wanted to explain to you the logic gates as we use them in Minecraft. And logic gates are seen as these really complicated things, and they basically are the same thing as we know them in math. And you have probably even used them in your own creations without even knowing it. But I found that it actually really helps to actually know how they work. And also how you can use them, how you can make them the smallest possible, and it will actually make all of your redstone creations a lot smaller. So let's start off by something very simple, and it's called the NOT gate. So the NOT gate is very simple. It's also called an inverter, and all it does is normally you would have this design. For example, if you wanted to power a redstone lamp, you flick the switch, power is applied, and the lamp goes on. Now the inverter does pretty much what what its name says. So it inverts the power. So if the switch is off, like here, the lamp is on because this torch inverts the power. And this little device here, which is 2 blocks, is called an inverter or a NOT gate. So you can see if we apply power to the torch goes off, the power goes off, and the light goes off. So that's as easy as that. So you've probably used this a lot in your own creations. And this is the same example again. So when the power is applied, the lamp goes off instead of on. Now the next logic gate we're going through is the OR gate. And this is another very simple design, and I'm sure you've all seen before. And I should mention, by the way, all these designs I've made them a bit bigger than they should be actually, because it's just easier for you to see how it all works. So the same is here as well. I know there's much easier ways of doing this, much smaller ways of doing this, but I think this is more clear for you. So this is an OR gate, and an OR gate, all it does is if any of these inputs is turned on, the output, which is this line here, going to the lamp, will be on as well. So if I turn this switch on, the lamp will be on, this switch, the light goes on, and the button, the light goes on as well. Now this is used a lot as well. As you can see, flipping individual levers makes no difference if any of the outputs is on. So that's that. Now one of the things you could use this for is a door, for example. Again, I've just wired it up like that so you can see what's going on. This switch will open the door, and the same thing inside. For example, you can have a button as well, and that opens and closes the door as well. The way you don't Actually, the reason you don't see this in actual creations, because when this is on, you can't close the door from here because the power is still applied from there. Of course, if that was a button, then you could, but this is just one example. So then we come to the next one, if this chicken lets me. And the next one is the NOR gate. So the NOR gate is pretty much says if neither of the inputs, or you can have as many inputs as you want, but if none of the inputs are on, then the output is on. So if I turn this switch on, for example, the light goes off. Or if I turn this switch on, the light goes off as well. If I turn them both on, the light still stays off. So you can have another lever here, you can have another lever there, you can have another lever there, and there, and there. It doesn't matter. They all have to be off in order for this light to go on. Now the next one is the AND gate. And the AND gate does exactly as you would expect it to be as well, which is if both switches are on, the output is on as well. So put a lamp here just to make it clearer. If only one switch is on, like this one for example, the light does not turn on. And the way this works is these 2 torches go on or off depending on the power input. So if this power is off, this input is off, this torch is on. When this torch is on, it creates power on this redstone dust here, and that turns this redstone torch off, which in turn turns this off, and the exact same thing on the other side. So if you turn them both on, both torches will be off, this block will be unpowered, and it means that this torch can be on and the power is on. So another door here, for example, you could do this. It's not the most ideal, but just to give you a simple example, I've made a simple door lock with this. So this is the lock, and this is the actual button to open the door. So if we would press the button now, it would not do anything because the lock is on. If I turn the lock off and press the button, then the door opens. So this is just one of the things you can do with it. So let's move on. Now the next is the NAND gate, or the NOT AND gate. And the AND gate is very simple as well. So this redstone light will be on at all times except for when both inputs are on. So if I turn this lever on and this lever on, the light will go off. If I put only one on, it'll be on. If I turn both off, it'll be on. So that's an NAND gate, and this is not a very simple example. So again with a safety lock, and one is the activate the lava flow. So I'll just show you this from the side first. This chicken is just following me here. There's a piston blocking this lava flow, so you could have, instead of the this lever here, which is the activate lava flow, you could put a pressure pad here or something, but just for illustrative purposes, this is the easiest way. So we could turn the safety lock is now in the off position, which actually means it's on. So you can see that this does absolutely nothing. Now if we turn the safety lock off, or on for now, but I should put an inverter here, and then we do it, then the lava flow starts. So you can use this as a safety lock or anything else. There's a lot of uses for this. This is probably not the best example, but I hope you get the point anyways. So the next example is an XOR gate or an XOR gate, and what this does is, if any of the inputs are on, it goes, the light is on, but if both inputs are on, the light goes off. Now if I turn both inputs off, the light is off as well. So it's a little bit different than a NAND gate. So this is used a lot as well, and as you can see, if you flick any of the levers, it works really well. So the way this works, there's a lot of designs for this. So I'll just show you slowly from here. This block gets powered by this redstone dust here, which in turn turns on or off this redstone torch, and it will travel through this onto this dust here, and then it's easy from there. It will actually not work if these blocks are not here. You need to have the solid blocks above these two torches, like so. And this is the other design. I don't like this as much because it's very high, and usually I have problems with the height, and I don't have enough room in height, but I do in horizontal space. So this works the exact same way. If one of the outputs is on, it goes on. If both are on, it does not go on. But comparing to the NAND gate, when both switches are off, this will be on, but XOR gate, it does not. So that's that one. And then we move on to the XNOR gate, or however you pronounce it. Now this gate is, I'm just going to explain the most useful thing about this. What this gate does is, it gives power based on the similarities of the output. So if both outputs are exactly the same, so it doesn't matter if they're on or off, as long as they're the same, power will be applied to this redstone dust here. So what this does is that if I flick any switch, it always changes the power flow at any time. I can switch this twice and I'll do it. I can switch this twice and I'll do it, if I don't do it too fast. So this is used a lot indoors and hidden staircases and all that sort of stuff. So as you can see, if both are the same, the power is applied. If both are not the same, the power is off. If you did not like this video, also please leave a comment so I know what I can do differently to please you guys. And I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.